Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're Tom and Hannah, and today we're going to be sharing with you our top travel accessories that we cannot live without.
Woo!
Let's get into it.
We are currently in a busy hostel, so if you can hear some background noise and people playing like pool and stuff, just ignore it. So we've been travelling in New Zealand for pretty much a year now, and we've been living out of our backpacks, doing a mixture of like camping, hostels, things like that. And these are our top accessories that we literally couldn't have lived without while being here. And we'll definitely be taking these on any future adventures too.
The first one that we picked was cameras, which might seem like a bit of an obvious one, but we could not live without them.
So the main reason we use our camera is to document for YouTube, but we also love taking photos on it that are a bit more high quality. And I think it's just such a nice way to intentionally capture some memories.
Even if you aren't doing YouTube, you'll probably still want a camera or a smartphone just to be able to capture those memories, because let's be honest, if you haven't taken a photo of it, have you really been there? We have a few different cameras that we use, but our main one is the Sony ZV-1. It is a perfect vlogging camera. It's great for taking video, but it's also really good at taking those higher quality photos. With that, we also have our GorillaPod, which is perfect for, setting up the shots intentionally and doing those classic walking shots.
I love the GorillaPod. So the other camera we use is the GoPro Hero 8, and I feel like a GoPro is so good for if you're going to be doing wild swimming, different kind of adventures that you wouldn't want to use your camera for, or more commonly, if it's raining. So the GoPro has definitely been a saviour in vlogging things that we might not be able to film with our phones or the camera. Obviously most people have a smartphone, so that's a really accessible way to take photos and videos. And I know a camera won't be an essential for everyone, but it was definitely one of our essentials on this trip.
Number 2. A net bag.
Which might seem like a bit of a random one, but honestly we have used it so much. We both brought one each. These are the turtle bags. I've got a pink one and Tom's got a blue one, and they are so good.
They're stretchy, they're lightweight, they're stress tested up to 40 kilos, but most importantly for us, they are zero waste.
So we found these bags really useful for either grocery shopping or doing our laundry, and it folds down pretty small, so you can just shove it in your bag and it's good to go.
Number 3, earphones.
This is probably like one of my most essential, and I can imagine would be a lot of people's essentials as well. I literally cannot imagine being on this trip without a pair of earphones.
They're great for when you have a day of travel, whether you're in the car or on a plane. They're brilliant for when you want to get work done in a cafe or in a common room in a hostel. And, if you're doing a workaway, or maybe you're just doing work like strawberry picking.
Gets you through hours of weeding without you going crazy.
Gets you through the day.
Or even just sitting next to each other when we don't want to be doing the same activity, but we want to give each other some privacy. Just sitting on the bed, and I'll be watching YouTube, Tom will be watching Netflix or something.
Yeah.
Perfect. Tommy uses Apple AirPods, and I just use like a cheapy brand that I think I got for like £36.
Nice.
About 4 years ago, and they're still going so strong. I love them. An absolute must. So number 4 on our list, which has been an absolute must, is Wise. So Wise is a banking company that lets you transfer money really quickly between different currencies, up to 40 different currencies actually, which is really good. The way we use it is that we just downloaded the app, we bought a card before we came out to the country for only like £7 I think, and then the app is so good to use. What we did was just preload some pounds from our UK account into Wise, which is like, there's no fee to do that, and then you just transfer pounds to whatever currency you wanted. Obviously we did New Zealand dollars, but I think we also did some US dollars,
some euro for when we were on the flights over.
For all the transfers.
You can have lots of different pots with lots of different currencies in it. You can have, US dollar, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, Hungarian forint, and when you use your card in that particular country, it will only take it from that pot.
Which means no transaction fees once your money is actually in that pot when you're using it in the country, which is amazing. You just use it
as and when you need
it.
it. We've also found that they have the best exchange rates compared to any other company that does this sort of thing. There are lots of different multi-currency cards you can go for, like Revolut, so be sure to do your research. But for us, Wise has just been a must-have.
And just so user-friendly.
Now, we aren't sponsored by Wise, but we do have a referral link that gets you up to £500 of fee-free transfers. Link is in the description. Number 5. Packing cubes. We absolutely love our packing cubes. They save so much on space, and it's so easy to compartmentalize our clothes and our toiletries.
We learned the hard way that we needed packing cubes when we went on our first backpacking trip maybe about 4 or 5 years ago,
Yeah.
around Europe, and we just shoved all of our clothes in our backpacks, and it was chaos for organising clean clothes from day to clothes, underwear from t-shirts. Everything was just all mixed up and it was so chaotic. But now we just have like t-shirts in one, bottoms in one, underwear in one, toiletries in one, all fits in your bag that you can just pull out the case, and you've got everything you need in there, and it saves so much space and time and effort, and I literally could not imagine travelling without them.
There are tons of options of packing cubes online. We decided to go cheap, which, to be honest, we can't really recommend, as they started falling apart pretty much
So
as soon as we
quickly.
used them.
So if you're going to be doing long-term travel, definitely invest in some like good quality ones. I know you can get like really sturdy, like thick fabric ones, and they look really, really good.
Even with these cheaper ones, it has completely changed the game for us, and it has made our lives so much easier.
The 6th essential, which is definitely my essential and not so much yours, but I just felt like I had to include it, even though you don't really relate, is sandals. Oh my gosh. I have just the standard Tevas that I literally got secondhand but in brand new condition for only £10 before I came out.
That's so good.
So good. And I have worn them to death. I have done so many miles with these sandals and they are still in such good condition. Throughout basically like the first 6 months of being here, I wore them pretty much every day. I don't think I wore my other shoes. I wore them with every outfit, in every occasion. They were absolutely fine on long hikes. They were like my main hiking shoe too. And then in the colder months and when we're doing the ski season, I wore them just to go back and forth from the toilets and showers in our campsite. After this trip, I'm definitely going to invest in some of their actual hiking sandals, because these ones are amazing for hiking anyway, but I think their hiking ones would be so good.
Last but not least, in fact, it might be the most important thing that we have taken with us, is a portable battery pack.
Again, it might seem obvious, but it is such a lifesaver.
It's saved our phones on so many occasions. If you're doing van life, if you're doing long distance hikes, if you're camping in a tent and you aren't 100% sure where the next power point is going to come from, this is a must-have, especially if you're using power-hungry apps like your camera or Google Maps.
The battery pack we have can charge both of our phones twice to full charge, which is so good. So we just need to charge it once and then we've basically got 4 full charges. And it also has a little solar panel on the top that you can just use it to top up in the sun if you need it.
Once again, there are tons of options available online, so you just need to do some research.
So those are the items that we literally could not live without on this trip.
We hope it has given you some idea of what you might want to pack for your next adventure.
We'd also love to hear what your guys' travel must-haves are down in the comments to inspire us and other people.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our travel vlogs as well, and be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with our latest adventures.
Thanks for watching, we'll see you soon.
Bye!